This podcast is brought to you by SEATGEEK. Our friends over at SEATGEEK are giving us a promo code of TBAWRESTLING. That is TBAWRESTLING for $20 off your first purchase. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to Gunners Are Us, where we are positively Arsenal.
That we are.
Oh my god, we're back.
We're back. We are in the Premier League.
We're in the Premier League. It's like we got promoted.
It's like we got promoted. It feels like a very long time. And we'll get deeply into it, but it almost feels like we still haven't seen us play.
No, I don't know what it was, but I'll take it.
We will definitely get into that in today's episode. If you are on our feed on iTunes and Spotify, you'll notice we've got a second episode a week now. Miller Mondays is on a Monday with Simon Miller. It's very...
Miller Mondays!
Yeah, as he said on Monday. What do you think of that intro? Miller Mondays.
Great.
That was me.
Was it actually?
Yeah.
Oh.
What do you think? I paid an actor. I paid a voice actor to come in and do it. Well, we got...
Simon Miller is a voice actor, I believe.
He is, yeah. He's the spokesperson for NordVPN. And NordVPN does not sponsor this podcast, but it will certainly help you see the Premier League this year. The episode today, obviously we have Miller Mondays on Mondays to kind of recapped a little bit of the weekend. We're going to get deeply into it today. We're going to talk Arsenal Man United and the pros and the cons.
Oh, yeah.
And there's plenty... James McNicholas actually said it this week. It was the most podcaster dream match you'll ever watch because, as an Arsenal fan, we won, but we were awful.
Yeah.
But there was also positives. But there was also a lot of negatives.
Yeah, it's like it was a meal that wasn't that tasty, but it filled me up in my tum-tum.
You're turning it into Goldbridge because there's an analogy to everything. Watching Goldbridge come up with the analogies is actually quite something because he's clearly coming up with them on the fly.
Yeah.
But sometimes they just don't come out. He just stops midway and then like a minute later he'll pop one out.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know. I think there's a talent to that.
I do it.
Yeah, well. So we're going to get into that match. We had the news last night, the weird news of the Trossard deal, which we'll get into probably in the second half of the show. And also I'd like to talk a little bit about the Premier League as a whole, what the teams are doing. The Isaac Wisser holding out, the big statement from Isaac that dropped at midnight last night.
Weird.
Newcastle's response this morning. It's a odd situation. The PFA Player of the Year. So all the kind of Premier League stuff will be on the back end of this episode. The first half, I think we've got to break down that Arsenal Man United game.
Let's hope Arsenal breaking down that Arsenal game.
I hope so. And before we start that, I just want to say to go over to TikTok, Gunners Are Us Pod. Give us a follow.
You right?
Like the video, yeah. I was digesting some... What you just found out was sparkling water with low-fat Ribena.
You got that water bottle over there with some concoction in it.
It looks like I've got BCAAs in there, but it's not. It's just fructose.
Fructose.
It's just fructose.
It's better than what I'm drinking at this early hour.
But it's funny.
There it is.
Look, checking the floor. Anyway, go follow us on TikTok, Gunners Are Us Pod. We do 2 to 3 videos at the minute because we're doing the blaster packs, looking for a one of one.
Loads of content.
And we are also putting up Arsenal news, and there's a lot of it at the minute. And you like to throw out a little bit of clickbait. You know, every now and then, if I've used a low, I'll put out some tweet I found that it's like, maybe Liverpool are corrupt. And it just goes gangbusters, and it gets you 100,000 views. And
You'll never catch fish unless you throw out some clickbait.
Some kickbait.
Kickbait, that's our move.
That is our move. But go follow us there. Give us an iTunes and Spotify 5-star review on this as well. And obviously make sure you're subscribed, as always. But yeah, Arsenal Man United, it was an interesting one. I think we'll kind of go in chronological order of kind of what's happened.
Yeah.
Fixture list, we were a little bit worried about.
Concerning.
And I know Simon's a big advocate. I think there's 3 types of Arsenal fans. I want to also preface all of this. Bruno, who is on the episodes with Man United, is probably an ear distance of this podcast being recording.
All of it.
So I can imagine he could be potentially getting wound up. He could be frustrated.
Yeah.
He could be showing a lot of teeth. There's a lot of things that could be happening, and in this episode particularly, I feel like a lot of teeth are going to get shown.
Yeah.
So I just want to preface it the whole episode that just know there's a Man United fan in earshot.
That's fun.
Right. So watching the fixture list, there's 3 types of Arsenal fan. There's ones that are big conspiracy theorists. This is Joe.
I love conspiracy theories.
Yeah. And Joe loves it.
Yeah.
There's the middle of the road, but also whiners. That's me. And then there's the people that are really far the other way, like They don't want to get involved.
Okay.
And James Gunnerblock is very much that guy.
Yeah.
And so Simon. Simon's the kind of guy who'll go, there's, like, you'll say, oh, Jared Gillett's the ref. And he goes, so? It doesn't matter. Everyone has to have the same refs. And you're all right. He's going so hard the other way.
Yeah.
You think, maybe you do it, come on, let's get a bit tribal together.
That's probably the healthy way, though.
Oh, it's definitely the healthy way. But it almost feels a little unhealthy because it's so far that way. And, for example, the fixture list, he said, well, you've got to play him at any point of the season anyway.
Yeah.
But me, as the middle-of-the-road Mona, would say, but momentum,
Yeah.
stop-startingness, nature of it, the international breaks, it's, for me, the worst time to play all these teams.
Yeah.
And then there's you who would say that the Premier League are out to get them.
Oh,
and you
100%.
put your 10 for Howard.
They're out to get us, for sure. They have been for a few seasons now.
Yeah, well...
I think they have done it since we've been unbeaten.
Okay. The only thing I'd say as well, because we're going to talk a little bit of this fixture list, because it kind of puts into perspective the fixture we just scraped through, essentially. There is two ways of looking at it, and there's no actual right way of looking at it, because could it be a momentum killer? Yes. Could you get all your hard games out and win them all? Yes. And therefore the rest of the season is easier. It could also make it, you could win all these games, and it makes the rest of the season harder because the players are fatigued, injured, suspended, or whatever. It's like last year for us.
Last season, yeah.
We had a horrible start. We ended up with a few red cards. We ended up with less points than we wanted. And we had a lot of injuries because of it. There's two ways of looking at it. And that could happen. But there's a pro and con with everyone, because you win them all, but then they're fatigued and they lose the next 6, the easy ones.
Yeah.
You could also draw them all, and everyone goes, oh, we're really down, but then they've conserved enough energy and got through the hard games. They win the next 10.
Survive.
So you end up on the same amount of points anyway. So there is ways of looking at it. For example, Liverpool aren't at full pomp right now. So to play them in 2 weeks' time is probably better than playing them in December.
Yeah.
Especially at Anfield.
Yeah.
Whereas we're going to have them in the Emirates in January.
Yeah.
That's more Salah's away.
Woo.
So there's pros and cons with all of this, and that's what you have to keep in mind is we're not being hard done by with the fixture list, because guess what? Liverpool had Bournemouth at home. There's no easy games anymore.
No.
But Bournemouth at home is nicer than Man United away, especially for Arsenal.
Yeah.
But then they're going away to Newcastle when we're going home to Leeds.
Yeah.
And then the week after we're playing each other. So for as far as Liverpool, they've got Arsenal and Newcastle in their first 3.
Yeah.
The only problem with us is after the international break, we then also have Newcastle away. We have City at home, Forest. And it all becomes a bit like panicky a little bit.
We've got a squad full of international players now.
Yeah, so when you do look at the first 6 fixtures for Arsenal, we did this on the podcast last year, where I like to say, if you could name your 8 worst games of the season, how many are you getting out of the way percentage-wise? That's how I kind of look at it. Because we talked about it in the past, is when you think of points, sometimes... you beat Man United, you draw to Leeds. You can kind of go, well, I expected 4 points from those 2 games.
Yeah, it just went the other way.
It just went the other way. But I think that's how you end up coming second.
Yeah.
I think when you do that, you then have to back it up with that win. You
got to carry the momentum with other wins,
Exactly. So the first 6 games for Arsenal are Man United away, Leeds at home, then away to Liverpool. We then come back off the international with home to Forest, home to City... And I think between Forest and City, there might be the first Champions League game, I think. Which I assume they'll make sure is away, based on Premier League fixtures. I don't know for sure. And then it'll be away to Newcastle. If I were to name the worst fixtures of the season for me, I would say Liverpool and City at home.
Yeah.
Like at our ground.
Yeah.
Then I'd say Liverpool and City away from home.
Yeah.
That's the 4.
They're tough.
Yeah. I would then say St James's Park, 100%. Old Trafford. This is more through history and just being able to not win at these places.
Yeah.
You'd probably say Spurs away.
Yeah.
Maybe Chelsea away.
Yeah.
And then any kind of like Southern team or anyone like that, maybe.
We struggle against Southern teams.
Southern teams, yeah. But realistically, it's probably City and Liverpool home and away. Then probably Chelsea away, Tottenham away, Newcastle away. And let's just for the sake of it say Villa away. Because Villa away is never fun for us. So that's 8, are probably 8 hardest games on paper. You look at it and go, I don't really want to play them.
Yeah.
That's the ones we want. They're the ones you bookmark at the start of the season and go, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Of those 8, we have Man United away, Liverpool away, City at home, Newcastle away. So we have 50% of their worst 8 games in the first 6 games.
Yeah.
So 4 of the first 6 are our worst case scenario.
Yeah.
But then out of 38, There's 30 games that we're kind of okay with,
Yeah.
and there's 8 that we don't like.
Yeah.
We're having 4 of them in the first 6.
Fantastic.
And I'm fairly sure, I'll double check this.
You telling me there's no conspiracy?
Yeah, well, and I'll tell you this, I think the 7th game might also be touching on this. I'm just going to look up, because we all look at the first 7, isn't it? Like, we always kind of...
Is it the international break after the Newcastle game, or is it earlier?
There's 3 games international, 3 games international, 3 games international.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It was last year, wasn't it? And it just stopped sight.
Rough.
So, after the Newcastle away, the next 3 before that next international is actually, we don't leave London.
Oh.
We have West Ham at home, Fulham away, Palace at home.
Okay.
Again, much nicer. And then we have Burnley away, Sunderland away, Tottenham at home.
Okay.
Then Chelsea away. So, if you add in the other games, there's only 1 more coming in the next 8.
Yeah.
And a North London derby. I didn't name Tottenham at home, but that might be in there with Villa away.
Yeah.
But Villa away is definitely... Tottenham at home feels like a game we could win easier than Villa Park away. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And Villa this year might also be a very different Villa.
We haven't really got a proper look at how good a lot of these other teams are this season. It could be...
And I'd say our biggest bogey ground I would say our biggest bogey ground to win at is Anfield,
Yeah.
Old Trafford, and City.
Yeah.
I feel confident with that. They're the worst places for us to go win.
These days as well, Newcastle, though. Like, Newcastle, they bully us.
Yeah, and Newcastle. Yeah, Newcastle definitely. But Newcastle beat us 4 times last year. It all comes.
Yeah, problem.
The one of them being that, in the league we've won twice, I think, in the last 20 years. 21 years.
Yeah.
Man United, Old Trafford.
Yeah.
We knew we were starting here.
Oh.
I would say to some fans of a certain age, maybe ours, I would say this is our worst place. The game that I least look forward to every year, because it doesn't matter how bad Man United and how good we are.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how bad we are and how good Man United are. It always ends the same.
Yeah.
Man United win.
Somehow, yeah.
I don't know why. And we've only won there, I think, in all comps. I think we've won there like 8 times since 98.
Wow.
They've all been 1-0.
Wow.
So it's not somewhere... We've lost 8-2 there. We've done all sorts.
Yeah.
So when we saw this on the perfect shit list, I think we all kind of agreed that's not something to look forward to. No. It's not a game that you go, all right. And I must admit, we previewed it last week, and I never gave credence to the idea that we would actually be sat behind the ball the whole time.
Yeah.
I know we watched us all of last year, and in the big games, what did we do? We became Jose.
Yeah.
I said it to Lewis, who's on the show at the West Ham, kind of, I don't know what the word is, representative.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, he's more Jose than he is at Pep.
Oh, he's very play it safe.
He likes to park the bus against the big teams.
Secure.
Smaller teams, he likes security, but he also wants to win. But he's not someone who's going to run up the score to 5 or 6.
No.
He's quite happy to win 2-0 and let's just conserve some energy for the big games.
Yeah.
And he's proved it by, he hasn't lost to a Big 16 for 2.5 years.
Mad.
That's a really good record. And we're not necessarily just drawing them all either. There's way more wins than there are draws.
Yeah. Big wins.
And we'll get back to that a little bit when we talk about Gyokeres later, about big teams, small teams, and how we are faring against them in the last couple of years under Arteta. And Arteta said afterwards, the wins we've had in the last 25 years against Man United, he's won 50% of them as manager.
Wow.
So that shows you what he's kind of done.
He's figured out that tie.
For the club. But getting back to, the Old Trafford kind of stink to it all. It doesn't matter what they do. It's not somewhere we want to go.
No.
And like I said, I didn't go in thinking we were going to park the bus at all. I kind of thought we'd have the ball a lot, but I reckon they're going to counter and win the game.
Yeah,
that's how I felt.
That was their strong suit. Yeah.
I'm a little bit of a pessimist and always panicked that we're going to lose.
Yeah.
My theory was we're going to dominate this and they're going to win on the counter.
Yeah.
I didn't realise it was going to be 100% the other way.
Which
actually, when you look in hindsight, you go, that's exactly how it would have played out. But I don't think we realised Man United were at the level they were. I think we thought they were worse than what
Man United are a lot better this season. I mean, I know it's only one game, but that one game was better than anything I've seen from them in 2 seasons, 3 seasons maybe. I don't know if they... the midfield seemed a lot more intact. Cunha is a revelation.
I don't think he's a revelation. I've loved that guy for a couple of years. He is a maverick.
He's a great player.
He's a maverick in the sense that, like Sanchez... He will make stuff happen every game.
Yeah.
But there will be a liability that comes with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think as a team, they just look like the system fit for the first time.
Balanced.
Yeah, it looked balanced. Tactically, I think, this is horrible to say, but I think he outwitted Arteta in a sense.
Yeah.
It's so complex. I think in the first half, he outwitted him. I think the players weren't smart enough to understand they were in a basketball game, and we had our first half-time interview with Odegaard, where he definitely looked like he wanted to be there. Where he basically said, we're allowing them to play a basketball game.
Yeah.
We have to stop that.
Yeah.
So he's aware, he just couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
Second half, if you remember, we didn't really get forward until right at the end.
No.
Rice had a free kick, there was a corner, and there was a really nice bit of Saka play right at the end. He put Madueke in, took a small deflection on, it might have been Maguire, I don't know exactly who it was, the centre-back, but it took Madueke from almost like a volley tap in to hit his body and went to the goalie.
Yeah.
The only times we actually got forward in that whole half, and I think what he did at half time was we've got our goal from our set piece.
Yeah.
We can't allow them to keep.
No, you can't do that the whole game.
No, we're going to be shattered and something's going to happen.
Yeah.
And he went, get behind the ball. And some people will hate that because it's just saying, like, everyone, there's a lot of Arsenal fans saying, Man United came 15th, we came 2nd, we should be schooling them. But I think sometimes game state, there's certain players that I don't think were at the level they usually are. Rice was nowhere near it.
No, he wasn't involved as much.
No, Gyokeres, I have an opinion on Gyokeres. We'll kind of do Gyokeres on his own, but I think he was a lot better than what is being said.
I think people expected something else from him.
And we'll get to the Gyokeres in a minute, I think, separately. But Saka wasn't in the game.
No.
Martinelli was just only tracking runners because here's the thing: when you play that against that system, two things are going to happen. You're going to gamble, and they're going to pin their fullbacks back, or they're going to gamble and they're going to pin your wingers back.
Yeah,
they gambled and we went with it and went, all right, you're right, you win. It's like an arm wrestle. You won. Now we're going to sit behind and just defend that. Not every team's going to do that against United. No. I think half of ours was down to fitness and fear.
Yeah.
Rice wasn't at it. Zubimendi didn't have his best game I've ever seen at all. Odegaard, I thought, was an absolute monster as far as off the ball.
He did really well.
Martinelli wasn't a monster off the ball, but not necessarily on it. Saka wasn't in the game. Gyokeres wasn't really in the game. Calafiori, again, talk about Mavericks. He's never not going to be in a game he's playing. For good or bad. There's going to be a goal, there's going to be a booking, there's going to be a potential red, there's going to be a potential penalty, there's going to be a winner penalty.
Very Italian.
He's going to appear in the box when he shouldn't. There was a point where I think he went so far upfield that we nearly scored. But he was the fullback, so therefore they didn't just have a wing back. They had Mbeumo and a wing back on no one. And they were just away. And you just think, oh my God, he's always going to be involved. Saliba and Gabriel were a force. Raya was unbelievable. I thought Ben White did really well. Considering he hasn't really played. But overall, the fact that our best players were our back five shows you kind of what the kind of game it was. But it was... The game was odd, but I just think tactically maybe they just shaded it and it just got progressively worse. I think second half we accepted it. And that's actually what, realistically, I think they should have had a penalty. I'm fairly confident on that. I think that's a penalty to me.
100%.
I've seen the refs on the punditry, they say absolutely not. I've seen Neville say absolutely not.
They said absolutely not very quickly.
I know, but then on Monday Night Football they said absolutely not. And then I think someone, maybe Mike Dean or someone, was on Sky Sports. He rewatched it and the next day and said it's not a penalty. He said it's one of those, and I think Bruno, who's in the other room, agreed. He said it's one of those that if they gave it on the field, there's no way they're overturning it.
No.
But because they didn't give it, I think they don't overturn it.
But I mean,
the refs are saying that he initiated the contact on Saliba, so Saliba couldn't do anything. But to me, it's like I've seen a lot worse penalties get given.
I mean, at first glance, it just looks like, and on all the glances, it looks like Saliba just goes through the back of him. Like the ball's coming into his feet, and he goes right through the back. Like, to me, I don't see how that's not a penalty. If that was us, I'd be livid. Talk about conspiracy theories. I'd be throwing around.
Mate, I'd have 9 TikToks out about it. No, I think they've done... It's odd because usually what happens is, and it's kind of what happened. It's so weird. I think Man United fans for this game might have experienced what it's like to be an Arsenal fan a lot. In a lot of ways, from that decision. But not just the decision. What happens with us sometimes is there's clearly a bad decision. We go, we've been had. Not the end of the world. Game's continuing. But then you think, but at least the commentators are going to point out that they've made a mistake, and they don't. They go, no, that's a good decision. You go, what? Like I think back to the Man United game with the Garnacho offside and stuff, and Havertz had a stonewall penalty that was given, and they overturned it. And I remember at the time, and they were going, "Yeah, good decision." I was like, "But the two people made contact twice."
They pincered him.
Yeah, and I remember at the time being like, "I get that they've overturned it, whatever. They can get that wrong, but surely everyone watching is going, ooh, why have they
you
not?
Want that backup, that little bit of support."
And again, United didn't get that, and I don't know why. Like it was a weird feeling because when you're watching, you think surely they're going to go, they've made a mistake here. They didn't. And then you watch the shows that week if you're a Man United fan and they go, no, good decision. And you're going...
You feel crazy.
You're going, yeah, you start feeling crazy. And not on top of that, what have we done for the majority of our adult lives as Arsenal fans? We've watched us go and outplay big teams for 90 minutes and lose.
Yeah, that's our story.
And it goes back to that room, and there's usually Souness, Keane, someone else, and they go, they played really well. That doesn't win you football games.
Yeah.
I don't care. You've got to be big teams win those games.
Yeah, like Man United famously, for a long time under Fergie, would not play great football. Like, the games were not fun to watch.
No, we outplayed them a lot of the time, and we lost. Literally go back 3-4 years, I think it was 4 years, when David Hare faced 36 shots and saved 28 of them.
Yeah.
And Lingard, they won 3-1 on a counter-attack.
Yeah.
And Lingard danced, and they put the posts out, and everyone after the game said, they've got to be smarter than that.
Yeah.
And it's the same reason I go back to Brentford away, their first day, that Friday night in the Premier League. And they bullied us that night, like, illegally.
Yeah.
And they sung in the crowd, and we'll never forget that. And they said, Arsenal need to learn to be stronger.
Yeah.
Fast forward now, we can't stop scoring set pieces, and people are moaning that they're too strong.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I think back to a couple of years ago, you might not remember this one, but there was a Leicester goal they scored where literally they held the goalie's hands down.
I remember that. Yeah.
And they flicked it on, and the guy on the penalty spot, on the goal line was about to header it out. The guy just two hands shoved him out of the way, and it went in. Yeah. And everyone went, "Gotta be stronger." And so, as Arsenal fans, that's why we have literally zero empathy for anyone that goes, "Oh, Arsenal, what they do is, like they did the edict right before this with Howard Webb saying no more pushing in the box. It will instantly be a penalty or a free kick." They said that holding on to the ball too long, is going to cause
a corner.
And we'll get to this in the Premier League part of how little this was enforced.
Yeah.
But you talk about that strength part. We've now bullied these teams, not played great, and then won at their ground in a great kit.
Yeah.
And I go, and naturally, as an Arsenal fan, I can see exactly how Man United fans are probably feeling, because I'm going, that's us the last 5 years.
Yeah.
It feels like we do this a lot. We outplay, we lose, and then the pundits don't back up the claims that are quite clear.
Yeah.
The only thing they did get was they got a lot of plaudits.
Oh, yeah.
After the game, they were saying Arsenal aren't good enough to win the league. Man United are very good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to remind everyone that we won.
Yeah, we still won. Yeah.
And I've seen City win those games, and Liverpool win those games, and Chelsea win those games, and us in the past. And they said that's what champions do.
Yeah.
If that game was in game week 32, people would be saying they've won the league.
Yeah.
So, am I nervous that maybe we are just that team now? Yes. Is the other half of me just going, they weren't fit, they weren't at it.
First game.
Nothing was firing. We were
momentum.
given our biggest bogey away task.
Yeah.
And we came out with 3 points.
We got it done.
Put it in a draw, file it away, move on from it, don't ever look back in that draw.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
But to get to the goal, it was a first set piece of new season, new formation.
New set piece, yeah.
Everyone copied us last year. We changed to a new one, the Red Harrows they're calling it. And it worked a treat. And, I mean, their goalie didn't cover himself in glory. There was no foul on the goalie.
No, he probably could have punched it or something.
The only thing I will add to this is Saliba has Mount's shirt up by his head.
Yeah.
And no one seems to have a problem with this. And this is Thursday. And again, by the way, Neville pointed this out. He said, any Man United fan that thinks it's a foul on the keeper or a foul on the Mount, he points out like 3 Man United players on the edge of the box with all our runners.
Yeah.
And literally their shirts are off their bodies. And he was saying, if you want a foul given, it's an Arsenal penalty. Because that all happens before anything happens.
Yeah.
And I agree. But the Saliba part, when they showed that bit and they go, there's no foul. It's like how I felt at Newcastle when the ball went out of play, then it was offside. He two-handed shoved him on the goal line and it went in. And I thought, what? They are fouls.
Yeah.
What Saliba did was a foul.
Yeah.
What the Man United players were doing on the edge of the box, they literally did an edict on Thursday, we're going to clamp down and give you penalties.
Yeah.
That game should have 4 or 5 penalties. Over the weekend, there should have been 20 penalties.
It's
So what's the point in saying you're going to jump in this hair? And again, I hated it last year because they decided for whatever reason we can't figure out VAR. And again, we'll get to this later in the show, is there was a lot of bad VAR stuff.
Yeah.
We can't figure out how to actually implement the rules. But you know what we can do? Focus on a random thing that no one cares about.
Yeah.
Like time wasting.
Yeah. Every season they do it, yeah. The season starts with a few weeks of something.
Well, to give you an idea, I think this weekend there was 4 bookings for time wasting. 3 of them were Arsenal players.
Yeah.
If people think it's an Arsenal problem or if it's a ref problem or whatever it is, it's the same reason that Luis Suarez would go down in the box every single time he get booked for diving before they go, oh, we got it wrong.
Yeah.
There is a natural sentiment they're doing this.
Yeah.
They thought we were time wasting. Ben White went off with an injury. It happened last year. When Simba went off with an ACL, they were trying to book him for time wasting. He had an ACL tear.
There is. I know. I talk about conspiracy theories, but there is like
There's a pre-thought out motion on certain teams. It's no different. If I was a ref, a Tottenham player would go down. I go, get up.
Yeah. Or
you shouldn't be
players,
like it. Certain players, for example, Like a lot of people would say Bruno Fernandes or
Yeah.
who's a disliked player across the board. I personally like Bruno Fernandes, but
I don't.
You know, there's certain players that people go, dive. Pires used to have it back at Arsenal.
Yeah, certain players have it, but it doesn't cut. There's no smoke without fire, as Wenger once said.
He also said don't play with the handbrake on. But so the goal I think is a great set piece. It's the goalie doesn't cover himself in glory. Ray later on shows you exactly how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
You knock out 2 players while you punch the ball out to the edge of the box. But the pushing and shoving, it's going to come to a week where someone is going to get completely done over. Last year we got done over with those rules.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it'll be us again. I don't think it was supposed to be us. I think it just happened to be us.
Yeah.
But whoever gets it, every rep is then going to go to that game week on week out and go, they push people.
Yeah.
So whoever gives away that first penalty for it,
Yeah.
that team is going to get completely lit up for 3 or 4 weeks,
Yeah.
derail their season, and then they'll go, we were too hard on those decisions. We need to let the game flow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then that team will go, oh, brilliant. Like us last year, we're fighting from underneath now.
Do you think it's hard, though, because they're taught...
I think it'll be Villa, by the way.
They're taught, like, at a grassroots level, you're taught a lot of little tricks in football. Like, I'll take it back to when we played Saturday League.
Yeah.
I was a very honest player. I didn't play a lot when I was a kid. Like, I was kind of coming in very, like, polite. And I remember a manager sending me on for I think we had a...
Corner.
Yeah, it was a corner. And he told me, he was like, get hold of the shirts. Like, just don't let go. Yeah. And I was like, in my head, I was like, but that's a foul? Like, because I was innocent. I was, like, naive, let's say. And a lot of the kids are taught these little tricks in football. Like, get hold of the shirt, don't let go. There's all these little tricks that you would assume is a foul. But really, they're taught these things. So when they bring these rules in now...
Yeah, there's fundamentals
these
that they know.
players have been doing these things all their careers. Get out of it. It's hard to get out of it because these little things were implemented early on. So when you start bringing in these rules now, they're going to get called out for it a lot. But the problem is, like you said, consistency in the league, though, when they come up with these rules, is game by game, one team will get picked apart with it. The next game, at the exact same time of the day, let's say it's 3 o'clock on a Saturday, there's a game happening over here where the ref's not doing anything with it.
Yeah.
So if it's consistent, fine. Like, do it across the board. Like, I think we said Man United, a couple seasons ago, had those penalties early on in the season, where they started to give penalties for, like, if you got a shot away, but you were fouled after the shot,
through,
it was a penalty.
They've never given
Man
them
United got like 5 back to back.
And then they just gave up on it after.
Yeah, but you have to be consistent across the board. I understand these rules; they make sense, but
over the weekend they made a bit of a mockery of it. Like,
the time wasting one was the biggest one because one team got really screwed over with it because it was the only team that I think got called out for it.
Yeah. And I think it will continue. I think we've got that label to us now. I think Newcastle had it last year. I mean, the reason we started doing it was we played Newcastle and it had the least amount of time the ball was ever in play.
Yeah.
I think it was 41 minutes out of the 90.
Yeah.
And it was Emirates against Newcastle. We lost 2-0, 1-0. And afterwards they said they understand the dark arts. And they've put it into place perfectly.
Yeah.
And Arsenal went, the ball was in for 41 minutes because they were wasting time.
Yeah.
And they went, got to get wise to it. They got wise to it, and everyone went, all they do is like gamesmanship. And that's the issue is, they told us to be stronger. We got stronger. They now got an issue with it.
Yeah.
People time waste against us, so now we time waste against them. We've got an issue with it. That stuff, the inconsistency. But then over the weekend, for example, Bournemouth actively handballed the ball last man in the first 20 minutes of the game. And they checked it and said it's fine. It was last man for one. It was handball. And they said it was, I think they said it was too far from goal to give a red, so they couldn't intervene. To give you an idea, we derailed our season last year because Saliba pulled someone down on the halfway line.
Yeah.
And they deemed it close enough to goal.
Yeah.
And that was Jared Gillett on VAR that overturned it, Howell Webb in the crowd.
Yeah.
And next week, who were we playing? Liverpool.
Yeah.
With an out. Coming back from injury, Saka, and now no Saliba.
Yeah.
It derailed that portion. We ended up with 1 point out of 2 games.
Yeah.
There, right at the start. This Bournemouth game, they clearly handballed it. They said it's too far away from goal. Then the next day, Konza pulls someone down, and it's last man. He is much closer to. I think that is a 100% red.
Yeah.
But it's the handball part of it. And then you go with the handball part and go, he reached out of his body and tapped it away from his foot so that he couldn't run onto goal, clear on goal.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Tarkovsky can't physically remove his arms, has them behind his back, and the ball hits his elbow
Yeah.
because he's falling that way, and they give a penalty and they lose a whole game to Leeds.
Yeah.
So because you can't remove your physical arms from your body, that's a penalty. But to reach out and stop a guy running through clean on goal and tap it away like a basketball game, that's not. The inconsistency. Perfect example against the Chelsea game as he scores a free kick.
Yeah.
We think it's because he's pushing into the wall, because he is.
Yeah. That's clearly infringement.
They said that's fine. He just got too close to the wall. It's within a meter.
Yeah.
One, there's no lines to say where a meter is, so we just looking at a piece of video and going, I think that's a meter. Is that 0.5 or is that 0.8 of a meter?
Yeah.
Or is that 1.1? Like, that rule doesn't make any sense. So you don't know how far they are.
No.
There's no measurement.
It's not like the NFL where you got like yard lines and stuff.
Yeah. We don't know how close he is.
Yeah.
So unless they do a line and then literally he gets a thingy out, like those little like things in school you'd have with a wheel on it.
The little wheel painters.
You go out a meter and then he goes around in a big circle and there's a big like white line.
Stay in there.
As long as no one encroaches, you're fine.
Yeah.
But they don't give that, and he says because he's too close to the wall. And then everyone said, "Well, what's this rule?" And they said, "Well, it's been implemented since 2019." And everyone went, "But what about, for example, Chelsea last year? Chelsea scored a late winner against Bournemouth. Last year they got them Champions League football.
Yeah.
Take a screenshot of as Cole Palmer, I think it's Cole Palmer or Reece James takes the free kick. There's two Chelsea players in their wall physically pushing them over.
Yeah.
But it's been implemented since 2019. Arsenal, Man United, at Old Trafford last year, Bruno Fernandes scores a thingy.
Yeah.
There's one of their players rugby tackling the whole wall across.
Yeah.
As he hits it.
Yeah.
At the time, do you know what we said? Good free kick.
Yeah.
Because that rule wasn't a rule that was in any of our
That's
heads.
the shadiest one, is to bring up a rule that's been in place years ago.
I think if he had...
never used it since. Yeah, until then.
So the stuff like that is like they get caught on these like, oh, that's rule number blah, 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 blah. And they don't know the rules. Like, perfect example is, I think, John Terry put out, he was a pundit for World Cup, I think, or something. And this clip's just resurfaced. And it's him talking about Jose and saying how he wants an edge on every single game rule. You read the rule book.
Yeah.
And one of them is he realised that in the last 10 minutes of the game, he found that if two players of the same team went down at the same time, they don't have to leave the field of play.
Oh, wow.
So if two players go down, they can stay on. So he said, basically, in the last 10 minutes, anytime you headed the ball out the box, two people have to go down. So like, if someone headed it, John Terry said, I literally watched, I think Carvalho or someone headed it out and fell on the ground because he was just wasting time.
Yeah.
And Terry said, I was over across the other side of the box marking time. I just fell to the ground. I went down with cramp or something. And then they stood us both back up and the ref said, you both could go off. And they went, no, there's a rule. So then they had to go talk to the linesman, the full official. There was a massive delay, which was wasting more time. And they went, yeah, you're right, stay on. So they stayed on. And he said, we'd do that every now and then because now they knew the rule.
Yeah.
We'd just do it. So we clash heads on purpose, but not actually touch. And so
I like that, though. I
don't mind finding it like a loophole, but I mean, it's the opposite. Like, the refs are finding the loophole to remove goals again.
Yeah.
And you're just going... Like, every Chelsea fan watched that and went, oh, good free kick.
Yeah.
And we just moved on with our life. Like, I'm someone who doesn't celebrate goals because I think VAR's going to remove everything.
Yeah.
You celebrate a goal and I go, it's offside.
Yeah.
And you're like, where? And I'm like, I don't know, it probably was. When I watched that Eze goal, I literally saw it and went, oh, good free kick. They showed the replay and went, oh, wow, they made the hole and he kicked it through.
Yeah.
Bad goalkeeping.
Yeah.
Then I left the room. I came back and there was no goal and I was like, what's happening? And, but I felt confident enough to leave the room where I was like, oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, because for years we've watched those free kicks happen and it's fine.
It's fine, and we all have no problem with it. But now we're all going to have a problem with it. So now they've got a thing on their hand now. Every game we watch, same reason why Declan Rice, every single game, falls to his knees screaming at the ref anytime someone touches the ball before he wants to take a free kick.
Yeah.
Because last year he's
got PTSD.
He got kicked really hard touching a ball. So yeah, they make their own bed and then we all have to lie in it, essentially. That's the issue.
But then the bed changes every now and then, and we have to accept that as well.
Yeah. But as a whole, the match, I thought we were pretty poor. It's hard to gauge because, like I said, we played Man City. I think if this was Man City away game week 1 and we won 1-0 and we played like that, everyone would be saying, Job done, unbelievable performance. It's only because it was Man United and they came 15th last year. I do think Man United, my prediction, I think they're going to be top 5.
They're going to be fine, yeah.
I think they're good.
Yeah.
And I think by December, people will start looking going, wow, we did well to get a result there.
Well, they might, if they end up with Donnarumma, then we're all screwed.
Very true. He would have caught that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we don't know yet. But I think if that was City or Liverpool away and we won 1-0 because of that,
yeah,
I genuinely think we would have everyone would have given us the plaudits.
Yeah.
But because it's United and where United came us last year, if Man United came top 4 last year, I think they would also be giving us plaudits.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of a mixed message in there. But again, we're going to need next week to kind of realise how either off it we are, or how that was just designed that way.
If we have a typical home game against Leeds and win 3-0 and Gyokeres scores,
Yeah.
I think everyone will just move on and be like, cool, we're set. We got that 1-0 job done at Old Trafford, and then we beat Leeds at home 3-0 and Gyokeres is on the board. Yeah, I think it's kind of confusing at the minute. When you are one game in, you can't really tell a lot, but time will tell. I mean, I know I'm a conspiracy theorist, and then there's also fans, like you said, like Simon, that aren't bothered by... They'll just take results as they come.
Yeah.
I'm kind of somewhere between. Like, if something bad happens to us, I'm very much conspiracy theorist. But a lot of the time, I'm not someone that spends a lot of time on social media, and, like, I don't really read a lot of the... I don't read a lot of the theories, even though I'm into them. Yeah. I kind of just take game by game.
Yeah.
So as far as I'm concerned, if we just come away with points now for the next few weeks going into the international break, and we just... that's how I see it. We're just going to keep winning. I'm pretty positive. Like, in my head, I feel good. I feel like like we said, we're 3 points up on, like... How did you explain it? If we take, like...
this win really takes such a pressure that I didn't realise was there off of the next 4.
It adds points that we didn't expect to have early.
Well, we talked about it I spoke to Lewis and Bruno about it, and I said, how many points? And from the first 6, which is 18, I said, I think we'll struggle to get 10.
Yeah.
And Lewis said, I think we'll struggle to get 10. And Bruno said, I reckon you get 15. Or I don't think he said I think you will get 15. He said you need 15.
Yeah.
And I was like, if we get 10, I'll be chuffed. And I thought that was Leeds, Forest at home, with the wins.
Yeah.
And then I was opening the door to 4 draws.
Yeah.
Or a loss and 3 draws.
Yeah, we take that.
And take 9 points.
Yeah, I'll take that, 100%.
This one adds a 3-point where I didn't expect it, because then all of a sudden you do beat Leeds.
Yeah.
You're at 6 out of 6.
We're a leg up.
Yeah, and then, for example, Liverpool away at Newcastle, if they draw, and then we play them week after and we draw, they're on 5 points. We're on 7.
Yeah.
And we've had a horrific start.
Yeah.
I think they have as well, to be fair, but maybe not quite, but that, you know, all of a sudden then you come back from the international going, we've got 7 points out of 9. It's only City that are on 9, because they'll probably be on 9.
Yeah.
And then you have to play City after Forest.
Yeah.
And Forest is at home. Then City's at home, and you think, God, if we could win one of them and draw the other.
Yeah, fine.
All of a sudden you're on 11, and then you go to Newcastle and think, a win puts us in a place we never thought we'd be. Because, like I said earlier, we're playing 50% of the games we do not want to play in the first 6.
And if we come away unscathed... Like we compared it last season. We said after the start we had last season, which was tough, but then it was also added toughness from the red cards, injuries, conspiracies. Well, we came away with more points than I expected to, considering on paper what we had happened to us.
I think we're already in a better position, just because I think at this point last year, Ben White was already out, Calafiori was already out, Moreno was already out, like before the season started. Saka was coming back from like a little niggle after the Euros, was it?
Yeah.
And he wasn't fully fit because we went to the final, so he didn't have a pre-season. A lot of the big players didn't have a pre-season, and then by the first international break, Odegaard did his ankle and wasn't back for 3 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
Already, we're in a position where we're having to drop people from the squad.
We're too many.
To get everyone in.
Yeah.
Which is a good place to be. But overall, I think, like we said earlier, I'm going to take it as a massive win.
Hell yeah.
Because we've sat and watched us play too well and lose too many times to not. Is there a percentage of me that is nervous that maybe we're regressing and we're becoming Bolton? A little bit. But I need a bigger sample size. And I don't know if I'm going to have that sample size until week 9.
Yeah.
Because once we played week 9, we would have played 4 games that we expect to win. About 3 games that we kind of don't know. And then maybe another couple that you think you're going to lose.
Yeah.
City and Liverpool.
Maybe a couple surprises.
And maybe Newcastle and Liverpool, definite losses. And then City, Forest, Chelsea, you think, don't know. And then there's about four of them you think, I'm going to win them. So, like, realistically, in our head after 9 games, we'll have an idea of, like, we came through all the big games. We maybe lost... Because last year, we were fine with the big games.
Yeah.
Our big issue was the small games.
Yeah.
Where people park the bus and we end up losing on counterattacks or drawing... We draw 14 games.
We couldn't unlock them.
No. And that's what's going to get me to this next one. So, Gyokeres is a big talking point. People are saying maybe the worst debut in Premier League history. Some people are saying the biggest flop ever. I don't think so. This is from the same people that think Pepe was a flop at Arsenal.
Yeah.
I mean, there's players now that would wish they had the numbers that Pepe had at Arsenal.
Yeah.
Gyokeres is £52 million. He's less than what we play for Aubameyang.
Yeah.
He's less than what we play for Lacazette. He is the most prolific scorer in the Portuguese league.
Yeah.
In European football the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Is he fit? No. He hasn't had a pre-season.
He's not there yet.
He wasn't at pre-season at Sporting. He's come in with us. He's been at us, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
It's going to take a couple more weeks. Does he understand when he presses and that? Arteta made it pretty clear afterwards, didn't he? Arteta made it pretty clear after the game. He said he doesn't fully get the press yet.
Yeah.
And that's why he brought Havertz on, who fully is immersed in knowing exactly where to be and when to be. And, you know, and he's saying, but that's fine. That takes time. I think in the game, De Ligt was actually played very well.
Yeah.
I think he did really well. I think there was about, I'm not even going to talk about the ref. The ref got excited from the atmosphere and there's a compilation on YouTube. Go watch it. It is unbelievable what was not given in that game and what was.
Yeah.
Overall, those little things we always say, but that's a good thing for United. That means they're getting the atmosphere up enough that it's pushing the ref. The ref had the opportunity to end the game for us and give a penalty.
Yeah.
He didn't.
Yeah.
So it's not the ref screwed us or anything.
No.
But what he did was he started to give those. They started to jump up for a header and header it out. The crowd would cheer and he would go, play on. Yeah. You've got to be stronger than that.
Old Trafford's
Then
back.
Gabriel would go up, no hands, header it, and they'll give a free kick. And you think, all right, we see what's happening here. It's hard to get past. But that is what you need, basically. Yeah. So with Gyokeres, I think there's about 3 or 4 of the tackles he got on him. Any other week would be a free kick.
Yeah.
And we would have said he won 5 fouls. He won 2 or 3. He bodied him on one of them and turned around and put a nice cross across the line and he tried to do a overhead kick and he struggled.
Yeah.
The other time he got past him and got in the channel and he crossed it very heavy and went off.
Yeah.
Other than that, he didn't really do much of any note, but he was certainly pressing as much as he could.
Yeah.
He didn't stop pressing. He came deep. He received the ball. He played the ball off a couple of times. Like I said, he won a foul, but he also should have won maybe 2 or 3 more. Like I said, any other week probably would have got him. I think generally, if you said, all right, we're going to put Isaac, SEATGEEK, Sesko, Strand Larsen, Evan Nilsson, and Gyokeres.
Yeah.
And we're going to play that whole game, and you're going to replace the striker for 90 minutes. None of them score, and I think all of them get pretty much the same return of what Gyokeres got out of that game.
Yeah.
Because where was Saka? Where was Martinelli?
I think
it wasn't just him, where was Rice? The way we were playing was not conducive to a centre forward. And he also made about 5 or 6 runs in that game that we did not release him.
Yeah.
And he was willingly in the channel.
That's what I was going to say, yeah.
Until the midfielders realised, he goes every time.
Yeah.
And do you know what would have really given us more room to think in that first half? Playing him in there. And even if he doesn't get a shot away, by the way, his shot is unbelievable.
Yeah.
So he might shoot and he might cause a parry, a corner.
Yeah, because he'll just hit it. Yeah.
He'll hit it. Once he gets released, he gets near that 18-yard box, he'll hit it across goal. If not, he might just keep running with it and he'll win a corner, a free goal kick, whatever. But whatever it does, it gets the whole team up.
Yeah.
But instead, they would stop the ball and try and go back into danger where Man United gambled and left all their players near our defenders.
Yeah.
And we never got smart to that. And I think it'll take weeks, but once they start to realise they can play him in those channels, I think, one, he's going to get a lot of goals.
Yeah. And
secondly, I think it will give a lot of the players time to actually breathe.
Yeah.
Because usually we're so consistent. And again, our style is not to ever play. The way we played yesterday was perfect for Gyokeres.
Yeah.
Not yesterday, on Sunday.
Yeah.
But they didn't play like it was perfect for him.
Yeah. They hadn't figured it out yet.
No, they hadn't figured out. If you just play it down the channel, he's going to go in there and he's going to fight and get a shot away.
I didn't
Because guess what? When Crystal Palace sit it deep,
yeah,
he's just going to do what he did in the preseason game where he was just kind of in the middle, going side to side.
Yeah. All
I can do really is cross it. If you cross it, I might try and get my head on it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, as someone that, like I said, doesn't pay attention to social media and stuff, I didn't know half the backlash that Gyokeres was getting. I kind of watched the game and moved on with my thoughts. Yeah. And my takeaway from the game was, I think we said it on the day, is the players we had out for the I'm going to call it 2 halves of the game, because we switched over some players later on. It was kind of the wrong way round for what the game was. I think we needed the outlet of Gyokeres in the second half.
Yeah.
Havertz first half
would have solidified the game.
It would have been way more solid. Which again, like you said, Amarin may have I don't think he outwitted Arteta, but I think the game state was very different to what Arteta was expecting.
Yeah, I think he did. I think tactically he beat him a little bit with it.
I think we had to shift it. But the takeaways I had from Gyokeres, just watching it, was the strength, for one, massive. Like, players were just bouncing off him. But it's the stuff off the ball that we haven't had. Like, he does stuff for us.
He makes runs 9 times out of 10.
Those forward... We got a willing runner now, who not just runs, but like you said, will hit it when he sees the goal. Like, we haven't had willing runners or players that will hit the ball, ever.
That was his first game. He didn't have a shot on goal.
Yeah.
In over 2 years.
But again, it's because, like you said, the players behind him haven't figured out that playing style yet, where we have a willing runner.
And look, how often were we even up that end?
Yeah, it was rare.
Like, do you know what I mean? That's why I mean, like, if you put any forward there, even Haaland, I don't know what happens.
Well, we saw it from Haaland. He struggled at the start of the City.
Because no one would play him in.
When he got to City, he was making a lot of runs. It was very similar.
Yeah, it's
very similar to how City started with Haaland, where you'd watch it and kind of go, I don't know how
They don't get him in the book. They don't get him in the game.
But then when they figure it out,
it was a problem.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
And I think Arsenal will figure it out, because I think Odegaard even figured out that outside the foot, around the corner pass, that was nearly so perfect. Yeah. I think...
Well, even in the first half, there was also one Calafiori got in behind the defence.
Yeah. And
they showed it since then, and they got the lines out, and it's marginal.
Yeah.
But they stopped the game for some reason.
Yeah, they did. They flagged early, went early.
And it did look almost very off, but when they showed the replay, you went, ooh.
Yeah, it's close.
You can't tell on the naked eye.
Yeah.
So that's a worry. And then they've got lines up, and they were like, we haven't got the official Premier League lines, but it looks onside. So things like that happen. Yeah. You think, if he does that and he runs across and just lays it across to Gyokeres and he just puts it in an empty goal, everyone goes, oh, he held the ball up well and he got his goal.
Yeah, all it needed was a goal.
That's what I mean.
Also, like, a lot of people say he wasn't in the game as much as people would have liked. We didn't get a fair view of what he can do for us. But I think with the trained eye, you could see he did a lot of stuff that we haven't had. He did a lot of things that, Are
you saying you got a trained eye?
Trained enough to notice what's good enough there. Like, I think if you're not...
I thought he was fine.
I think if anyone is speaking bad and doesn't realise what he's offering us now, based off that game, is ignorant.
Yeah.
I think it is. I think you're not looking at it properly. Yeah. You're looking at the fact he didn't score and he didn't have enough shots.
I think a lot of it's just online discourse, a bit of excitement.
And again, like I say, I don't really pay attention to it. Yeah, I don't pay attention to it. I just watch the game and I have my own opinion.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't know if anyone would have implemented that game. I think if we start him against Leeds, and we have the ball the whole time, and they're playing the ball into him and he's fumbling it, he's not shooting, he's doing weird stuff, then we go, what have we done here?
Yeah.
Have we bought Lacazette?
But we know...
I know he's not that.
Yeah.
We've seen it.
He's done it enough to prove... He's not just a flash-in-the-pan guy. He's been doing it for long enough now.
The other thing I'd say as well is people are saying, like, he's a small team merchant. Like, he scores all his goals against small teams. He can't score against big teams. Perfect for us.
Yeah.
Our big issue is we can't score against the smaller teams.
Yeah, Havertz can play the big games if he wants. Like,
Havertz can play all the hard games in every competition. And when we play anyone that we think we might have the ball more than them, just put him on and he'll score.
Yeah.
And he will score.
He will, yeah.
I'm very happy if all he wants to do is beat the Minnows and Havertz deals with the Sharks.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll take that. That's a great title for the episode as well.
Yeah, exactly. The other bit of news as well, Trossard. This is a really weird one. There's a lot of conversation and confusion.
Yeah.
Gunner blog, James, released it for The Athletic last night. Trossard has looked like he's re-signed a deal.
Yep.
But the deal doesn't extend any time.
No, just more money.
It's just they're adding more money to his contract.
Yeah.
So it does sound like the weirdest deal ever because the general consensus is, and this is what I want to, this is my little soapbox. People are saying, we wanted Joan Garcia, the goalie, we ended up with Kepa.
Yeah.
Went from 30 million to 5 million. We want to save money. Everyone went, smart.
Yeah.
They wanted Huijsen, who went to Madrid for like 50 million.
Yeah.
We ended up with Mascara.
Yeah.
We did that for 13 million. Massive drop off. Saved money. Went, do you know what? That does make sense. They went and got Madueke. There was a huge uproar. Too much money. But in today's market, when Nalanga and all these kudos are now going for the same money.
Yeah.
An under 23-year-old English international who has more entries into the box than anyone other than Salah.
Yeah.
Maybe that is a good deal. Yeah. Cool. Then they went and got... they lost Jorginho. They bought Norgard for 10 million, a captain from a Premier League team. Great bit of business. They went and got Zubmeni to replace Partey. Everyone went, great bit of business for less than 50 million.
Yeah.
Well, 50 million up front, I think it was. And you think, okay. And then they went and got the centre forward. But they wanted Sesko for 100 million.
Yeah.
They ended up with Gyokeres for half that.
Yeah.
So they saved money again.
Yeah.
So everyone went, they've saved about 100 and something million there.
And got quality in the squad.
Of what they wanted. Two things I'll say. Did Arsenal ever say they wanted the players we're comparing them to? No. So there is a chance that we've created a narrative online that we wanted these players. We didn't get them, so we've saved money.
Yeah.
Maybe they never wanted any of those players, and they had a budget, and therefore the players were changing based on how much money they had left.
Yeah.
Secondly, Leo Trossard has been an unbelievable signing for £21 million.
Awesome, yeah.
He's been such a servant. He's only 30. He's the type of player that can... Like, Mkhitaryan just played in the Champions League final.
Yeah.
For like 39.
Yeah.
He's that type of player.
Yeah.
Do I think it's odd that they didn't extend time? No, because at 32, we're probably not going to get any money from him anyway.
No.
So why extend it? Because you know what he'll do? He'll see out his contract, and then we won't be able to... we don't know how to deal with him. We have to pay him off.
Yeah.
So what they're saying is, no, we're happy for you to stay. We don't want to give you more time, but you deserve more money because he has been... Someone said the other day, I think he's on like 80 grand a week.
Yeah.
Which was less than Nelson.
Mad.
So he deserves the pay rise.
Yeah.
And also, there's a lot of interest in him in a minute, but only for like 15 million.
Yeah.
Villa, Brentford, abroad, they all want him for 15 million. If you're Arsenal, whether we don't know if we're going to buy anyone else. The issue is people think, oh, we're saving him because we're not bothered to get Eze.
Yeah.
I don't think Eze, as much as I want Eze, I don't think he fits in the team we have.
No.
We want Ranieri. And a lot of people also saying, we re-signed Ranieri, saved money on Eze. We're making a lot of this assumption up in our heads. What if we are keeping Trossard, but we're still bringing in left winger?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, what if... I know there's also a report that Jesus has a fire in his belly. And we seem to roll that new story out every 6 to 10 months when he's injured. And we go, that's like a new signing when he comes back.
Yeah.
I get that. But the Trossard deal actually makes a lot of sense because we're not adding time on, which is going to become the problem when you can't release him or get rid of him without paying him off.
Yeah.
But we're still going to now definitely have him for another 2 years.
Keep him happy.
Also, at the end of this year, he'll have one more year. And again, it will be harder to sell him now because he's on higher wages and no one's going to want to pay the wage.
Yeah.
Because that's our big issue with like Zinchenko and all these people. Can't get rid of them because no one wants to pay the wage they're currently on.
Yeah.
We're overpaying the wages. I don't mind it.
No.
Do I think there's a big mystery signing up in the works that's Rodrigo or Leao or someone like that? I don't know. Does my heart set on it? No.
No.
Because if at the end of last season, after the last 3 years we had, what have we said? Keep that exact team together and put a forward in there.
Yeah, build on it.
I think we'll win the league.
Yeah, build on it.
We've been good enough.
They've all come second for the last few seasons.
Yeah,
like, why not?
That team has been good enough. At the end of last season, if I said, if no one left and we added Gyokeres, would you win the league? I'd say yes.
Yeah.
Instead, we've got rid of 2 players, replaced them with potentially better players.
Yeah.
Slightly, well, definitely younger.
Less incriminating.
Less incriminating. And also, just, I think, better players.
Yeah.
But then they've gone, all right, who are we going to add to the actual squad? Madueke's been added as the understudy of Saka.
Yeah.
He's the upgrade on Sterling.
Big time, yeah.
We came second with Sterling as backup.
Yeah.
And guess what? Saka was out half the season.
Yeah.
Then they went and got an actual centre forward. The most prolific one in Europe.
Yeah.
I think if the team is good. Am I frustrated with Martinelli and am I at a point where maybe do we go get 70 million from Saudi or whoever wants him and get 70 million and go get Rodrigo? Maybe, yeah. Maybe that is ruthless and it gets us to the next level. But I mean, I think everyone in the world was agreeing that over the last 3 years, if we had a centre forward, we've already won the league.
Yeah, that's all we needed.
So,
but now we're stronger.
Yeah, I'm not bothered if we don't do any more business. And I actually think the business hasn't been that bad. And also, there's a lot of re-signings getting done. There's Saliba and Saka look like they've been done.
Yeah.
They just haven't been announced. When Aeri got re-signed, Max Darwin's been brought into the fold.
Yeah.
Being used.
Yeah.
And not just that, looks like he's going to re-sign.
Yeah.
Which there is a lot of interest in him, obviously.
Yeah.
Lewis Skelly re-signs. Gabriel re-signs. They're keeping that core that are very close together. And they're just adding pieces. Like people saying, like, Isaac's now forcing his way out of Newcastle. Go get him. It's like... I get it, but also I don't want to pay someone 350 grand and blow up the whole straight wage structure.
You can't have all the players.
And also, he seems like a pretty...
He seems like a problem.
Problem, yeah. I'm alright. So,
I think
the uproar there is definitely silly.
I think if there's uproar over Gyokeres currently off one game, and also the business we've done currently, I think people are insane. Like, I think the business...
Got some big takes.
I think people moan too much. The
Insane.
business...
Well, that's my job.
The business... No, we're pretty positive. But the business...
We're supposed to be positively Arsenal.
Yeah, I mean the business...
I feel like you were going after the people.
Oh, the people, for sure.
Oh, no.
um,
Please listen to our podcast.
The business we've done in this postseason, in this preseason into now, and what we're doing currently, is, I think, the best business we've ever done.
I agree.
I think in terms of re-signing young talent, re-signing soldiers that have been good to us, signing players that I never in a million years would have thought we'd ever sign, signing players to improve positions where we've lost players because of age and stuff like that. And other things. But I think this business is the best business we've ever done. And if you're not happy with this...
Relax.
You're never going to be happy.
Yeah, I think genuinely the people that are unhappy about it it's predicated on something that we don't know if it's true.
Like I said,
I think, the issue you have with it is the idea that we wanted Sesko and we ended up having to settle. Same reason why we wanted Mudryk and we settled for Trossard.
Yeah.
It seemed to work out all right.
It did, yeah. They know what they're doing. Trust them.
Yeah, but not just that. It's like everyone's saying we wanted Johan Garcia and we ended up with Kepa. I've never heard an exact proof that we wanted Garcia for 35 million as a backup. And if we did, he might have started yesterday on Sunday against Man United and Rayo was on the bench.
Yeah.
We disrupt that whole thing and then he concedes.
Yeah.
And we lose that game. Rayo was man of the match.
Rayo's quality.
So would you have preferred that if we'd spent more money on the goalie? No. So why are you making that part of the argument? So that part is, I think, we're basing it on a lot of stuff we don't know is true.
Yeah.
And based on that, it does look bad. But you're basing that on... There's no actual proof that that was the thing. So,
you're spinning yourself into a tornado that doesn't exist.
Yeah, exactly. It's like me, you bringing me a McDonald's and I go...
I thought you were bringing me Domino's.
You were supposed to give me a steak. And I was like, did I say you were going to do it? No, but I thought you were going to.
Yeah.
So if you've done that, if you saved money to buy me another steak... No, I never said I was getting you another thing. I just got you a McDonald's.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not saying the players at McDonald's and there's steaks out there. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying that concept is silly because it's based on complete rumour and innuendo.
As far as far as we're concerned, Arteta and this Arsenal have given us our Arsenal back.
All right.
Just relax and enjoy it.
Yeah. I tell you this, you'd be such a good... like the Arsenal YouTubers. They're out of control. They're outside the set. You'd be so good. You said soldier a minute ago.
They're soldiers.
It's crazy.
Trossard is our soldier.
You're out of control.
Xhaka's our soldier.
You said everyone was insane as well.
They are insane. Xhaka's our soldier, and he's still being a soldier.
Positively, he is, yeah. Quickly, I wanted to just kind of go across the Premier League. Is there any teams that maybe you're worried about in the league, or any teams that you are surprised or think are better than now?
Off of the first game.
I don't say yeah.
I'd say Sunderland are a revelation.
I'd say a lot of people did predict they were going to do well, and I don't know if they are going to.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's going to be a long season. Sunderland have surprised me, and I'm very happy with the family ties and stuff that they are doing well. I think Palace are gonna. I think Palace will be alright.
Be alright.
I think Palace are going to be
without Mark Gahey.
Yeah, I think there's something that manager's doing for them.
The only issue I have is I think if they lose Mark Gahey and they lose Eze, I think they lose the manager. I think he leaves because he had an issue last summer where he said, "You promised me players, you didn't bring me any."
Yeah.
This year they're bringing him no players and they're selling his best players again.
Yeah.
I think he walks if they do that.
That Palace need to make sure that doesn't happen.
That's my worry.
Because I like Palace. I have a lot of time for Palace.
I don't know if you saw as well, Glasner tried to get Mark Gahey to come over after the game, and Mark Gahey just walked past him and down the tunnel.
Yeah, that's not good. You need that.
Yeah, stuff like that is... The teams I'm worried about for me is West Ham.
Yeah.
They lost 3-0 to Sunderland. Last year it took until the end of October for a Pro A team to win.
Yeah.
2 wins this week, Leeds and Sunderland.
Yeah.
I thought they look... It's 1 week, so you don't truly know.
It's hard.
But there is credence to the fact that it did take 3 months for Pro A teams to usually win. This isn't that normal.
They've come in and figured it out.
Yeah, and you instantly look at them and go, oh, they're more gelled than some of these Premier League teams.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of Premier League teams that we've talked about, like Brentford and West Ham. Brentford particularly have been destroyed. West Ham are just not doing business. And I think Alvarez looks like he's leaving now.
Yeah.
Paqueta looks like he might force a late deal. I do worry for West Ham. Burnley didn't look great against Tottenham, but that game is a perfect example of the result looks better than what the game was.
Yeah.
A lot of people, even Tottenham fans, were saying, I can't watch this all season, what they did. But they won 3-0, so we all look at it and go, that's impressive.
Yeah.
But even Tottenham fans are going, I don't know.
Yeah.
So time will tell on that one. I was impressed with Man United. I was actually impressed with Wolves.
Yeah.
Wolves were a team I was worried about before week 1.
Yeah.
Having watched them against Man City, even though they lost 4-0, They could have been 2-3-0 up early, and that could become an ongoing issue that they're not.
Yeah.
The problem is they have Strand Larsen, who looks like he's getting a move to Forest.
Yeah.
That's kind of their guy that they're kind of pinning their hopes on since Cunha. If they lose him and they couldn't score with him in the team, it's against Man City. I just think the team is good enough that they're going to pick up enough points to be fine. Brentford and West Ham, I don't know. Burnley, I don't know. They're my three at the minute. And I know that's easy to say after the set of fixtures we just watched.
Yeah.
Bournemouth was another one. I thought they were really good.
Yeah, even though they lost a lot of key players, like their back five.
Liverpool. I mean, I said it on here. I said it in pub. I said it in personal WhatsApps with Lewis that we had arguments over. They recruited weirdly and poorly because they didn't fill the gaps that were needed filling.
Yeah.
They've gone all out attack. Even Jamie Carragher said afterwards. He said, and I said it. I said the fullbacks are so high. They don't. They have three workers usually that cover that.
Yeah.
So for example, when the fullbacks Robertson and Trent go high, when Yaldum, Henderson, and Milner are in the middle, they're not anything special. But what they do is they'll fill the gaps.
Yeah.
Two of them will go to fullback. One of them will sit. And they'll let all those front players, the fullbacks with the three front guys, figure it out.
Oh, Liverpool have always been in my head like a load of cogs in a machine.
Yeah.
Like they just kind of all intertwine and work together and it all just kind of moves like a machine.
If you imagine in that three in the middle, they're workmen. They don't. There's not one of them that's a flair guy.
Yeah.
Since they got rid of Coutinho, they never really replaced that. They said, no, we have three workers.
Yeah.
And they always had just workers. Harvey Elliott even. Harvey Elliott's a bit more flary, but him, Jones are backups. You know, there's Wijnaldums and Hendersons and Milner. Now Gravenberg. Gravenberg was missing, which was a big miss, which will change.
Yeah.
But even like Endo, Szoboszlai. What they're doing is, they're three workmen. They've now gone, we want one who's a real flair player in Havertz. So we only have two workmen now. And you know the fullbacks that go high, we've got new ones that go even higher.
Yeah.
And we're now missing one of the workmen.
Yeah.
So therefore, I said, every time teams counter-attack them, what's going to happen is you're going to have 4 or 5 players running at two centre-backs backwards, who are running backwards. One of them being 34 and the other one wanting to leave.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to come back to bite them. Their second goal was literally that played out. They lost the ball in the edge of the box, and all of them were just streaming. All 4 of them were streaming at the centre backs. Konate started running across field randomly.
Yeah.
Left a huge hole. Van Dijk was just doing that thing where he just backs off until he gets to the goal. And you just go, if that 34-year-old keeps running backwards like that every game, it's not going to go well. So I didn't like it. I think Slot is good enough that he'll figure out a way to play to make it work.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time. But in his first maybe 7-8 games while he's learning, it could be got a couple times.
That's the time to play him.
Newcastle away could be a problem. Arsenal could be a problem. It depends if we go the way we went at Man United. It's going to be a long watch. Yeah. But who knows? But I don't. Liverpool were a bit odd. I think City would have. I said on here I thought they were going to win the league quite handily. After week 1, I still agree. They just have that inevitability about them. They've got in Reinders. Yeah. He looks like he's just instantly replaced in Gundogan. They got people like Foden and that didn't get on. Cherky came on right at the end and got me a goal for fantasy football. Like they just got unlimited potential and the best manager in the world. Yeah. They're going to win a lot.
Quality is quality.
Yeah. So they're a big problem. But time will tell. Again, it's 1 week. Yeah. And that's why next week's going to be almost like... It feels like I've never seen a season as analysed as this season. Yeah. Like, I feel like everyone went, all right, that's the sample size of week 1. Now let's see everyone home or away again. Yeah. Against a different set of opposition, and then we can make a decision after 2. Yeah. But then we're also going to reset after international week 2, like around week 7. We're going to go, all right, let's look at that sample size. Who's looking good in the table? Who's looking good on the eye test? Yeah. It's all very much changing. Yeah. So it'll be interesting, but it makes it very interesting because we're on 5:30 on Saturday. Leeds at home. Oh. This is the games last year. If you remember, we played Luton, Leicester, and Southampton were the home games. I don't know if you remember, but Leicester and Southampton, we took injury time to win them 3-2 and 4-2. We were very much going to lose those games. Yeah. Could have had red cards in those games. Yeah. Very big tripping points at home. The games Luton we ended up just winning, but those two were real problems. So this Leeds game last year was a game that took last second winners. Yeah. To get by.
And Leeds are always tough.
So this is the Man United game, exactly how last year we drew that one. Yeah. This year, the Leeds one, these are games we would also win in the last minute or draw. Can we get over the line?
And those Leeds fans are not fans you want to get close to either.
No. Very good. I hope you've enjoyed the show. There's so many talking points. I never got to the Isaac stuff. Essentially, he's just holding out and he's put a statement out. When did it When do players just stop doing their job for what they're paid for? You know, he's making that impossible to ever play for them again.
Yeah, that is awkward. Like, that is making it weird.
He could have, till that statement, if he got integrated again and he scored, everyone would have just gone fair.
Yeah.
It's happened. Rooney was going to Man City.
Yeah.
He asked for transfer request. He asked to go to Man City. It was very public.
Yeah.
Then he re-signed for Man United.
Yeah.
And everyone forgot about it. He's in the Man United legend.
Just crack on.
We just carry on with it.
You made it weird now.
He's made it really weird.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they do, honestly.
He's in limbo.
I think the only thing they do is they sell him abroad.
Yeah.
Go find a PSG or someone.
Yeah, I think that's his best option.
Well, I think his best option. He's desperate for Liverpool, but I think if you're Newcastle and you do we can't play him now, he won't play.
Yeah.
Don't want to just rot because then we're going to sell him for 20 million next year.
Yeah.
To Liverpool. It's not really fair on the guy, but it's not fair on us.
No.
So if I was them, I'd shop him around and say you can leave. We're very happy to let you leave now. Yeah. You're not staying in the Premier League.
No, it has to be outside. 100%.
And just accept. And be like, well, if you're not going to do it, then you can stay here and we'll dock your
PSG's the kind of club that will look past all the bad behaviour as well.
Well, I think it's. I don't think it's him. I think he's just been really. He's been advocated badly by his agents and stuff because he knew Liverpool and Arsenal wanted him, and at an outside chance, he knew Newcastle needed a forward.
Yeah.
And he knew Man United needed a forward.
Yeah.
He sat and watched and never said a word while Newcastle tried to buy Etikite.
Yeah.
And he might have thought, oh, they're buying my replacement. Cool, I'll go to Liverpool. They then said, we're not selling Isaac to Liverpool. So Isaac went, oh, we'll have Etikite. So he then goes, oh, that's not good. But at least Arsenal still want a forward.
Yeah.
We then take forever to get the Gyokeres deal done. Then Man United go in for Sesko.
Yeah.
And then he goes, I want out.
Yeah.
You're like, Chelsea already bought Petro as well.
Everyone's got their striker now.
And you're thinking, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, if you'd said this at the start of the window, you would have had a bidding war between Arsenal, Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool. I don't know. And then they would have ended up with Etikite, who I think looks the best of the bunch.
Very good.
I think he's a really good player.
It's a worry.
It is a worry. He's very good. And shout out to Salah, who won PFA Player of the Year. He's the first person ever to have 3 of them.
Wow.
I think in the Team of the Year we had Saliba, Rice, and someone. I think there was 3 of them there.
Did Ray not make it?
No, Sells was in goal. No, I remember it because it was 3 centre backs and a fullback. I don't remember. It would have been any of anyone else. It has to be just those 2.
Yeah.
Some of the women got in there, Russo and some others.
Nice.
But yeah, that was it. Really, that's the kind of roundup. Miller Monday will be back on Monday.
Oh yeah.
We have the Leeds game there. That will be coming out before the Liverpool Newcastle. So next week we'll be kind of dissecting Liverpool Newcastle, what's happened in transfer window.
Yeah.
What happened in the Leeds Arsenal game, and we'll be previewing Liverpool away.
Wow.
This time next week. So, guys, check us out on Whatnot with Peppercorn Sports Cards. Check out our other podcast, Peppercorn Boys, on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify for all these things. Go to Gunners Russ on TikTok. We do some pack breaking. And we also do Arsenal news, things like that. I'm going to start adding some little clickbaity clips from this kind of conversation.
I think I threw a couple out late on there.
Yeah, you did. And then Whatnot, obviously, go check out the cards. Underneath this video, you can see our SeatGeek code, TBA Wrestling. You can see our Whatnot link. If you want £10 to play with, click that link, sign up. You'll get £10 credit. Spend it on anything. All you'd have to do is pay for the shipping unless you win a giveaway. But you can buy anything on there.
Best decision you'll ever make.
All right. We'll be back next week. Simon will be here on Monday. We will see you next week. Bye. Bye.